Science Production. Wow!
This is the story of how many times I keep on buying a headset. First of all, let me define what is a headset. Obviously, it is a device combines a headphone and a microphone. This is more commonly used compared to a headphone alone without a microphone. And the headset was the sought solution as an input and output device. Normally, when you buy your first phone, the headset is not a problem at all, for it is commonly included in the package. Of course, with the exemption of some other brands in which you need to buy a separate headset for your phone. How much value did you put in this headset as a bonus to your newly bought mobile phone? Well, maybe some of you were guilty for the headset no longer exists after a month or two or maybe a year. The so-called lifespan of your headset lies on how much value you put on it. Sad to say, many people don't give more importance to their headset because if it's not working anymore, they would buy a new one, for there is a wide selection of headset in the market and more were on a cheap price. The problem comes because of this, as the value you put to your headset also decreases. For instance, without knowing it, you abuse your headphone until it's broke or not working anymore, and you will tend to buy a new one. However, buying a headset for a higher price also increases the value you place on your headset, for we don't want to buy again more often. The misconception of the headset's so-called life expectancy depends on its price, making it more durable and long-lasting, is actually not that true, but rather it depends on how much value you put on your headset. Even if it's cheap with a good quality, as long as you take good care of it, it will last longer than you expected. Let me tell you the story of my headsets up until buying the new one I'm using right now. 3 years ago, I bought my Android phone with a headset. Yippee! However, after 2 months, it was not working. Fortunately, my other headphone from my basic phone saved the day. Also, it did not last for even a couple of months. Honestly, I cannot remember how many times I replaced my headset. One of the pair is not working. There is also an occasion that I need to press the wire near the headphone to hear the sound. It's so uncomfortable to use actually. I also remember the time when I bought a Bluetooth headphone for thinking that a wired headphone is more prone to damage, unlike when there's no cord to plug in. Sad to say, that headphone didn't last for long and I bought it for 75 SR. The issue for using the Bluetooth headset was that the battery do not last for long and you keep on charging it again and again. Well, anyway, I can also remember the headphone I got for free when I traveled back home for vacation. So back and forth, I got 2 headsets. It also suffered the same fate as my past headsets. The time came, I keep on contemplating of what seems to be wrong. Then I realized that it's the value I put on my headset. Sometimes you want to give importance to your headset, but the problem lies on what action you make, even though you mean it. I tried to think deeper and remember the things I have done to my past headsets. I remember the time I just pulled clumsily the headphone out of my phone and threw it on the desk. I also remember the time rolling the other headphone, then placing it on my pocket. Sometimes I misplace it, not concerned of its whereabouts, before realizing it was gone. I also remember the time I slept on it and wondered the next thing in the morning, where did I got my stiff neck? Well, these are some of the few things I've done for my headsets. which admittedly were totally wrong. But past is past and you need to learn from it. Now, I got my new headphone and it's been 4 months already and it's doing well. And although I'm not certain for how long, I will cherish the moment while it's still with me and taking good care of it and putting more worth on it. Um, this is the story of my headset and past headsets. Thank you.